All right, good morning, everyone. It is Wednesday, October 27th. Hard to believe we're almost ending another month in this year and getting real close to the end of the year. So welcome and thank you for being here at our weekly productivity coaching meeting. And I'm letting people in, so please bear with me for just a minute. Nice to see you all. We're up to 26 people. Yay, that's really awesome. And I do appreciate all of you taking the time out of your day and scheduling this on your calendar to be here, because I feel it's important, and I hope you all do too, that you get to learn and share from each other and hear how other agents are growing their business and becoming successful and all that good stuff. So let's see, we'll go ahead and get started. There's an announcement I'm going to make, but I'm going to wait just a little bit because the person's not here yet, and then I'll announce that. But let's see if we have any new people. I can make sure we introduce you. Let me just do a quick, Melissa, I don't think you've been introduced before. So hang on, I'll let you do that in just a moment. Let me just see who else.
Okay.
I do have a few. Okay, more people coming in too. Okay, so Melissa, I'm going to start with you. If you could please introduce yourself, let everyone know what office you're working out of, and anything you want to share with them real quick. Okay.
Okay, I'm Melissa Lara, working out of the Lodi office. I just started maybe 3 weeks ago, and I'm new to real estate. Have a full-time job. I'm taking on real estate as a part-time and excited to learn as much as I can about it.
Okay, great. Welcome. And
Thank
then Jamie, I see you were on there somewhere. Jamie, if you want to unmute yourself, we'll let you introduce yourself as well. Let's see. Let's see, while you're figuring that out, let's see if there's anyone else real quick. I think everyone else has been introduced. There you are, Jamie. Do you mind introducing yourself, please? I think this is Jamie's first Zoom call, so I'm really glad you're here, Jamie. I'm going to go ahead and introduce you. She is new to real estate as well, and she's going to be working out of our Modesto Market Center. And so very excited to have her. She's been in the sales, I believe, for a long time, but now new to real estate. So welcome, Jamie. Hopefully you could hear that. And everyone else, if I missed any of you, anyone, please raise your hand, because I'm not, I'm on 2 screens now too. So hang on, let me double check the other screen. Let's see. Okay, I think that's it. It's a little harder with 2, but I love it. That's awesome. We are at 28 people. So again, thank you for being here. So let's see, we're gonna quick recap. Excuse me, got a frog in my throat. We've had lots of closings going on, and I haven't announced them in a while. And if I missed you, please raise your hand, because I was just racking my brain trying to get everyone I could. So Raina, congratulations if you're here. She's had a recent closing and just got into a new contract. Jonathan Lynch, he may not be here, he works full time, but he just got his first listing and it just closed. Sonia got her second closing. Congratulations, Sonia. And it was a quick one, so hopefully it wasn't such a whirlwind, but good for you. I think you probably learned a lot there. Heather Vallone. Heather is also working part-time, working somewhere else now, but she also just got a closing and got into escrow, a new listing rather. And Rana's been on fire. Rana, I think I saw you here somewhere. She just had there you are. She just right next to me. She just had a closing. You guys might have to raise your hand sometimes. It's hard to focus. Rana just got a closing and I think a new listing. So good job. 2 closings and a new listing. So that's awesome. New listings. Kim Haynes has 2 new listings. One's coming on board next weekend, the 5th, I think, right? And Chris Irvine just got a listing and also already got an offer. Good job, Chris. And also is in contract with a buyer. Angelo has a listing and I think just got into contract on a buyer as well yesterday. We haven't had a chance to talk yet. Audrey just got a new listing, and she also has a buyer that we hadn't mentioned before. So good job, Audrey. Albert Landeros, new listing, and I think that's what I think, a new listing, and it's into contract. So if I missed anyone, I apologize, but you're very welcome to raise your hand and I will definitely call you out on it if you want. I'm not trying to omit anyone, but it just got a little bit busier, as you can tell. And so you guys, as we've said before, not all of you, this didn't just happen like just because you blinked. A lot of you worked really hard to make this happen, and maybe you've waited a long time to make it happen, but wow, isn't it exciting once it happens? And, it seems like once it happens, you get momentum. And so, you know, keep working hard, do all the right things so that you do get that momentum and start making it happen for yourself, because it's out there for all of us. And if you've been looking at the market, things are changing. John King's his last Friday or Saturday's post said the rates went up a little bit, not crazy, but they went up. He also said they could come down, but keep an eye on that. I do send those out. I sent one of his out, I think 2 weeks ago. Subscribe if you haven't. I'll try to remember to forward it again to anyone that's new to the office. He is just one lender some of us work with, and you can use whatever lenders you'd like, but I always love his posts, as you know, because he gives us lots of great information, really nice and concise. So yeah, anybody, let's have Rain, Sonia, can you tell us a little bit about this last transaction you went through, just to let people know how it went? And it was a quick, I think 20-day escrow, a few things involved. You want to share?
Yes. So my last closing, I actually met the buyers at an open house. So I met them there and I made sure they had a sign in, and they said they had no realtor representing them. So it does pay off. And they happen to just be looking for investment properties. And I showed them like a few homes. They were super easy to work with, and it was an all cash offer. We just closed it like this week. So keep putting in effort, and it should pay off. So
yeah,
thank you. I got that idea from everyone here.
Yeah, thank you. And I know some of you, when you started, we were not even allowed to do open houses, so I know that was difficult. Yeah. But now that they're out there, take advantage, because you may not get a lot of people, or you may get a ton, but all you need is one. Okay, so it doesn't matter what you get, you just need one. So please keep pushing on that. And then Audrey, if you don't mind sharing, because you have a different situation with your current buyer, can you tell kind of what you've been experiencing there, please?
Call Athena, she's got a car parked in your driveway.
Wait, okay, Audrey, you're on.
Sorry,
Hello.
there we go. Okay, so mine's a cash deal as well. It's a 1031, so she had only a limited number of days. She's got the 45 days to identify. We ended up making offers on 3 different things. Finally, the last one got accepted. And so now I'm learning how to get all the inspections, and we've had to go back and forth with a few things. The other agent is, there's an echo, Barb, right? I have my phone on, sorry.
You're good.
Anyway, so I just not knowing the home inspector that I chose did things apparently a little bit differently, and it was a little more hard to understand with his report and stuff like that. So he did walk me and the buyer through. There were lots of things that we felt were just fine, and we didn't need to deal with it. And there was just a lot of piddly things. And then there were a few things that needed attention. And I had some concerns because the home inspector was also the roof inspector, and he didn't address things that the pest inspector did about the roof. So I'm just kind of learning as this goes, but it's supposed to be a 20-day escrow, and it's closing in quick, and my TC is sending things. I need this, I need that. And I'm trying to find things and send them and make sure I've got the right things. So it's been quite an experience, but I'm learning, and it's been very interesting.
Yes, thank you, Audrey. So one thing she spoke about was the home inspection. And I was trying to show it, Audrey, but it wouldn't give me access quick enough, so I didn't get to pull it up. But I do want to just talk about that real quick. When you guys do go into contract, I do encourage you to go to the home inspections, especially in your first transactions. You need to know what home inspectors look for so that you can talk about them. Not educate people, but just know it's knowledge, right? And Audrey did all that. And then then I want you to share the reports with your success coach or with whoever is helping you, if it's me or your success coaches. The reason being is we need to also look at them and help you identify if there's something that looks like a red flag. Most inspectors are going to give you a nice summary report, and they're also going to give you codes showing what's kind of a honeydew kind of thing that you could probably do a YouTube video, or what's major health and safety. Someone's echoing, so I'm going to have to mute you all. Let me see. How do I do that? Oh, that got better. Okay. So really important thing. So you are responsible for reading these reports, but I do want you to share them with your success coaches so that they can also help you review them and make sure there's not something that they know. Because we've all seen a lot more reports than you have, right? In Audrey's case, she just called a home inspector, which was fine. They're hard to get sometimes. And I then saw the report, and honestly, it was as confusing as heck to me. And I've read hundreds of them. So I'm still getting feedback. How do you do this?
Audrey, which company was that?
Is that okay? I can't hear you, Barb. You're muted, Barb.
I'm sorry. I was trying to mute you all.
Okay.
I muted myself. I'd rather you not say, Audrey. I don't want to I'm not trying to take money out of food off anyone's table, you guys. Okay.
Right.
What I want you to know is that once you're going to hire different people. What I want you to know is I want you to read their reports, and then I want you to determine if there's someone you would rehire. Okay. Because just like us, maybe you don't do a good job. No one's going to refer you out. Right. So you're going to read someone's report and you may recognize that, this is very confusing and this is hard to read. And it's a CYA type of report. And what I mean by that is there's some reports out there that are just someone, I think, went into the computer and filled out. It's all computerized and they kind of check the box. But when you read it, it's very CYA. And if anyone doesn't know what CYA is, Google it. Okay. But, and I understand that to an extent. Of course, we do that as well. But this report was so confusing and it was just really difficult, even for myself. I had to review it for a couple of days, a couple of times. So that's just a lesson learned for Audrey and myself. And I'm not going to share that name. I don't feel that's fair.
Right.
But
I will say though, Barb,
Yeah.
that the seller's agent has been an agent for 40 plus years, and she's the one that recommended him, and she's used him in the past. And apparently she's fine with how he does it, but we definitely weren't.
So it's just an FYI, okay? Not trying to use a lot of acronyms here, but it is. So just always go to your inspections. Make sure you are you like the reports that you view, because you're going to then share them with your next clients. So make sure they're easy to understand. Okay, that's the there was one other person I wanted to, and let's see if they're here. Let's see, Angela, can you speak? Let's see, Angela may be at work. I'm not sure. He's on here. Angelo, I'll give you one more chance there. Okay, maybe he can't. I just want to share one other thing with about Angelo. So Angelo has a deal, and he has a buyer, and he was submitting offers, and then he called me. He goes, "We got our offer accepted." And I said, "Oh, you did? Where's the contract?" "Well, we don't have it yet, but the agent says he's sending it over." So I said, "Okay, well, Angelo, we have to make sure we have everything in writing first." And that's what I want to caution you all on. All this phone call stuff back and forth isn't a deal. Okay, that's just people talking. Until you have something in writing, you have nothing. Please understand that. Please do not share with your clients anything until you have something in writing, because and Angelo, I think it was okay with me sharing this because he gave me a message about it, but it really isn't real until it's real, which means it's in writing. Everyone has signed it. So he thought he had a deal, and come to find out that he started being ghosted by the other agent. He would call the agent, "Where's that contract you were going to send back saying we have an accepted offer?" Well, I never got it. Consequently, they found another deal. But you have to always, it's a fine line you walk with what you tell your client. And, you don't want to tell them, "Hey, we got our offer accepted." And they think, "Oh my God, I got a new house. I'm getting a house." And then, you don't get the paperwork. Well, guess what? What does that mean? You didn't get your offer accepted. You just have an agent on the other side who didn't communicate very well with you. So be very careful. Because then how do you look in your client's eyes? It's like, oh, maybe they don't know what they're doing. Yeah. So be very, very careful. Angelo was lucky, he was able to keep pushing forward and moved him into a contract. But, you don't want to have egg on your face because you said something. And honestly, I say this because I've probably done it before. And I like to share these things that I have learned over the years so that you don't have to encounter these same uncomfortable situations. Okay. Kathy, I see you're saying open houses, rain or shine. Yes, of course. Open houses, rain or shine, you guys. What if it's that one buyer that has to buy a house this weekend because they have a 1031 exchange and they're on a deadline and they need to buy now and they're cash? You don't want to miss that opportunity, right? So, or they could just be someone that needs to buy because they're in a contingent offer and they have to buy a house if they're selling their house, right? There's all kinds of situations out there. So you don't want to miss those opportunities. So anyone else have anything to share about that?
Well, that's also when if you get somebody coming in a rainstorm, they're serious about buying a house.
Very good point. Exactly. Exactly. Or their Netflix isn't working, right?
True. Or that.
Yeah, but very good point, Arthur. Thank you for sharing that. Couple things also I wanted to make sure we know, who went to business planning? Can I see a share of hands? Some of you, right? Good. Now let me see the other screen real quick. I want to see how many I got there. Who went to business planning on this screen? Yeah, okay, good. You guys, I hope you did. There's always little nuggets. I couldn't stay for all of it. I had to go to another commitment, but on day 2, but I still go to it every year because there's always nuggets you can pull out and use in your business. And if nothing else, if you go, you usually get the materials and you want the materials because then you can refer to them, right? I suggest you start keeping binders on some of these materials, which leads me to a question. Arthur, I saw you sent binders. So we did have some binders. Some of them, I think they've already been given out. We are getting more binders. In the last month, we've had a little bit of turnover of our administrative staff. So some of that got lost in the woodwork, that someone was helping me and then they were no longer there. And now we're finding a replacement. And hopefully that's all going to settle down pretty soon. I know Tracy has a new Dofi, and I know they're looking for one in Lodi, and Manteca is covered and Stockton is covered. So we're getting, this is just part of running a business. There's turnover. As you can see, there's lots of people leaving their jobs right now. Who knows what that term is about people leaving their jobs right now? There's a buzzword out there. No?
Amazing. No.
The quit your job culture?
No, but good try.
I know.
What is it?
The Great Resignation.
The Great
Ah,
Resignation. Danny,
nice.
I taught you that one, Danny.
You did.
You guys, there's a name for it. The Great Resignation. More people are leaving their jobs right now. In the month of August, more people left their jobs than ever before. People are deciding that they don't want to settle for what they've been settling for, and they don't want to drive 3 hours, whatever it is. Arthur might be one of them. I don't know. Or do you have something to share?
Oh no, have something to share. But with knowing that is the Great Resignation, then that is also our opportunity to try to recruit some of these people into real estate if they're interested, which can help grow profit share and your downline.
Which is great, a great segue to what I was going to speak about. So thank you, Arthur. So couple things. That is all true, what Arthur just said. And that's kind of why I'm bringing it up. Because of this, we know that more people are going to think they're going to get into the easiest occupation that makes the most money in the world. And some of that I said wasn't true, but they don't know that until they get to the meeting like this, right? So what is that occupation they're going to jump into?
Cool.
Real estate.
Real estate.
Because it's so easy, and we all drive a Mercedes and Teslas, right? And we all have diamond rings, and we're all those cool things. We're all carrying a Louis Vuitton. So that's the real estate world, right? I don't know. I don't have any of those things.
I don't either.
But in any case, but they think that because some people do, and those are the people they see on TV on those nice programs. But in reality, this is a great career, and you can make it whatever you want to make it. And so hopefully we're all aspiring to do that for ourselves, for our families. What I want to bring up is that on November 1st, Keller Williams is starting what's called K-Score, K-S-C-O-R-E, the Keller Williams School of Real Estate. So all of you came here, you took a licensing course somewhere, and you then got your license, etc. You probably paid for that licensing course unless you might have gone to junior college. Well, November 1st, our market centers have bought into a program that Keller Williams has developed, and it's called K-Score. And basically, we're going to be offering online real estate school for free. We will be marketing that beginning November 1st. The materials are not here yet. I can't share that with you because I don't have them. But what I want you to be is aware of it. And honestly, we don't have it all worked out because that's the Keller Williams way. We run by the seat of our pants here. But it is coming. It is starting November 1st. If you know people, please start passing them to us and I think we'll develop a form. That way it's more clear, but there's going to be a process where we can then sign them up for this school, and they can, we can then also at some point put them into our system so they get information about Keller Williams. So what does that do for us if you do that and you recommend someone to this, Kathy?
I've got a couple questions. So it's a school that's recognized by the Department of Real Estate, right? So that
Of
the
course.
credits go
Of course,
up? Of
this
course.
is a national program, and
Oh.
it is a program that our market centers have to purchase on a monthly basis to participate in. And
Okay.
as a result of it, there are 3 things that will be at some point involved in this program. One will be licensing. One will be, and we don't have, and it varies by state what's available to us. So right now, licensing is available to us. They haven't announced the national company that is partnering with us, but it's a
Okay.
national company. So one is licensing, one is going to be continuing education. So right now we can go through CVAR or LAR, but
Right.
and it's not available in California yet, that part. But the third one is called, hang on, I got to go to my notes real quick. But it's basically, where are my notes? It is Keller Williams Prep. It's called Keller Williams Prep. So that's going to be an opportunity for us to connect with someone that doesn't have their license yet, and they can start learning Keller Williams real estate related information. In fact, we'll probably start teaching some of that in our classes as well. My success coaches don't know this yet because I sat in on a meeting at 8 o'clock this morning, so I haven't shared it with anyone except you guys.
So what is
there's a lot
Keller
coming.
Williams going to do? You get the license and then, you know, it's kind of like, is there a catch? Because they're going to wonder about that. Do you have to sign up with them?
No,
or-
right now, no. So right now you have to, if you wanted, say I was a person that just wanted to get my license, I would sign up with an online school. I would achieve my certificate and I get past the test and I decide who I want to work for, right? Basically, that's the same opportunity. But we are hoping that we can catch a lot of those people and we would start giving them Keller Williams information so that they might then buy into the Keller Williams culture ahead of time. So we're not going to catch them all. It's like fishing, right? But here's the opportunity for you guys. And that's why I'm sharing it with you. You guys are getting this, like, this is hot off the press. So the opportunity for you is you can still refer people to us. And this is still a way for you to possibly build your downline. Okay. Profit share. I'm going to talk about that in a minute. This is something you all want to know about. So since I've become took over this program years ago, I'd only been at Keller Williams about 6 or 7 months, and I hadn't really paid attention to profit share, but I don't want that to happen to you. I want you guys to know about profit share as soon as you possibly can, because this is an opportunity for passive income. This is it's a gift that this company shares with its associates. And I really truly believe that because I worked for another company for 14 years and nobody shared anything with me at all. Okay. So I want you guys to understand the difference. And that's going to be at pretty much every other real estate company there is. Okay. They're not sharing. They're all collecting the money. They're not sharing. Or there's other little caveats. The only caveat here is that you share Keller Williams and that someone names you as their sponsor. Oh, my computer's running low. Shoot. Hang on. Sorry.
Barbara, for that profit sharing, say like you know somebody in another state that is getting their license and you get them to join a Keller Williams in another state, do you still get that profit sharing even if you're not in that state?
That's
As
a
long
great
as they
question.
mark you as their mentor.
That's a great question. No, that's incorrect.
Oh, it's not
what
how it
you
is?
do- Yeah, what you do is every time, hang on. For some reason, my charger is missing. Hang on. If I lose you guys, don't go away. I'll be right back because I was in another room. I found it. Sorry, that's what happens now that I'm a roving agent again. Let's see. Hang on 1 second. I'll answer that question. Okay, back. Okay. The question is, Bailey said, if you know someone in another state and they sign up for Keller Williams, what should happen is let's just say, Bailey, you're in California and your cousin back in Texas decides they want to go into real estate. We would reach out to because the licensing is different. We could reach out to let's say they're in Austin. We could reach out to our Keller Williams affiliate in Austin and say, Bailey Fitzhugh has her relative, Mary Smith, wants to join Keller Williams. Can you reach out to them? So you are essentially the person who influenced that person to call Keller Williams. They're going to be asked that question. They're going to fill out the same forms you filled out, and it's going to say, who do you want to name as your sponsor? They would say, my cousin Bailey. So they would put that as their name. And so yes, that's how you can grow your profit share tree, your profit share line. So
Okay, cool.
they could even be in another country. The difference, as long as we have Keller Williams there, the difference then is it's not called profit share, it's called profit, what is it called? There's another term for it because they do it differently in other countries, but within the United States, it's called profit share. Okay.
Okay.
So yes, most definitely. They could be anywhere. I've had people from other states call me and say, I have a lead for you. Can you call them up? They're doing that to grow their tree, their profit share. Okay. So I wanted to, I really do believe in this, and it's a real big deal right now, especially with Keller K-score, let's say it right, K-score coming on. This is an opportunity for everyone. So I really want you all to know about it. I'm going to just show you a quick little graph and then we're going to move on. So let me just get there.
Barbara, can we piggyback on as far as like their first downline and then what it means when that person brings someone in and how it continues?
Yes, we can do that in just a minute. Thank you, Danny. So let me just get to the screen I need to get to you.
Barbara, real quick, is that just for agents? That's not for broker license or anything like that?
Well, if they join Keller Williams, it doesn't matter. Whatever. Well, if they're already in another company that's a Keller, if they're already a Keller Williams agent somewhere else, then yeah, you can't do anything with that. But if they're like working at another company and they join Keller Williams and then they're getting their broker license or whatever, that's fine. But I don't think I answered your question. Do you mean?
Right, let me rephrase that for the K-score.
Mm-hmm.
Is that licensing only for agent, not broker?
I'm not sure yet.
Okay.
Because it has continuing education, possibly broker, but there might, so I believe the free part would be just for licensing. They can always pay for add-on supplements to their programs if they want. So possibly that might fall under that category, but no one asked that question in our meeting today, so I don't know the exact answer. Okay, but when I know, I'll let you know.
And
So
they aren't obligated to sign with Keller Williams for any set number of years time?
They're
Oh,
not.
okay. Well,
No.
that's nice.
So, well, honestly, they aren't even when they take any licensing program. I did
Right.
licensing in the evening for 4 years. And I mean, some of those people went somewhere else. I still get people that call me now and go, hey, do you have an in-person training for licensing? Because they've already gone through a program and then they want to come use RN training, but they've already signed somewhere else. So no, there's nothing like that.
I'm
But
just
wanna
thinking
show
of
you
like
the-
RN programs that make them sign with the hospital when they pay for their schooling or something like that.
Oh, I know. And honestly, I agree with you. I would have liked to do that way, but we're not being steered in that direction at the moment.
Okay.
Yeah, I would have liked to have them put some skin in it, honestly. But you know, it's a numbers game, just like selling houses and getting buyers and other clients. It's a numbers game. So I think we still have a big advantage, honestly, because we have so much more to offer. And I know you're new to us. I'm not trying to sell you. I already sold you. But we have so much more to offer here than other companies that I think hopefully people will see the benefit of that. Okay, so I want to show you how sorry, I'm talking too fast. I want to show you how profit share works. So not everyone, but most everyone in this room right now is a non-capper. So meaning 30% of your check, you get a commission, 30% is going to the company dollar, right? That's how we build pays into company dollar. And then, so let's just say that 30%. And these little graphs show that.
Barbara, we can't see your screen.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay, here's the picture.
There
Okay,
you go.
this is one of you. I haven't seen any of you in a tie, quite honestly, but this is one of you, okay? So if you are not 100% right now, you are paying a company split, which is 30%. So 30% of the money you bring into our company goes immediately to the broker, goes to the company dollar. So right here, it shows that money helps pay for like the building, the rent, utilities, staff, the people, you know, the front desk, that kind of thing. So that happens. And then once that is all paid, there's a profit. So I want to give you a scenario. Let's just say in the month, and it's always the month before. So we're in the month of October. So in the month of September, let's just say all of the sales happened, all the splits happened, and the company brought in a profit of $100,000. Okay, $100,000. So then they pay, that was after they paid all these expenses, the PG&E, all that. So 100,000 is left over. That's called the profit. So Keller Williams, when they sell their franchises or give their, people, our owners buy into the franchise, they make a commitment to share 48% of their profit back to the associates that helped build the company that month. So let's just say this is our owner, Suzanne, and she kept 52%. So on 100,000, that'd be $52,000, right? So that means there's $48,000 left. And this is per market center. Okay. So the number one, the market center had to make a profit last month. Number two, let's say it ended up being $100,000. So Suzanne kept 52,000, 48,000 she shares back to the people that helped with that 30% in the month of September. Okay. So let's just say you all went out, had an open house last week and brought, or in August, and brought in an agent that put your name as a sponsor. You're now, this is back August, and then in the month of September, they sold something. Lucky, first month in, they sold something. So that money contributed to the company dollar, that 100,000. So now, because they named you as a sponsor, because they sold something, that money is divided back to you. So that's you, that's the associate. So possibly on the 21st of October, this month, because it all is done a month in advance, you looked at your Kelly app and it said, or you type, this is what I do. I usually do on the 21st. I type in company, any profit share on my Kelly app. And most months, I'll be honest, it says, sorry, you didn't get any. But some months it might say, you got $12.50. Or this month it actually said, I got $190. I'm like, whoa. And so if you all remember when you signed your paperwork, you filled out something that asked for your routing number. So it's already in our systems. So in the account that I put there, I placed with my routing number, there's now an extra $190. That's profit share. So some people in our company maybe looked at their Kelly app on the 21st and had $2,000, 50 cents, 350. Who knows? Honestly, and I didn't know where the money came from. So I went back. We all have access to our records, our financials. So I went back into my reports and I said, oh, where did that come from? Actually, I also got it in the mail. You get a little red envelope in the mail. So I got a little red envelope this week, and it gives you the split and it shows you where that money came from. Who sold something in the month of September that then contributed to the company dollar that then contributed to my profit share. Okay, so it's a really cool little thing, and it's how our company wants to retain everyone. It's why we keep growing our company. It all works. Gary Keller developed this 30 years ago because they didn't want people to leave anymore. How do we keep people at Keller Williams? How do we grow our company? Fast forward 30 years, this is how. It's profit share. So what's the other, and this is, I copied this, so obviously we're not Boston, but it's a nice simple graph. And let me go back. There's a couple cool things about this. So profit share is willable, right? So, and it grows. So Danny was asking about the tree. So it goes 7, I think it goes out 7 and then it goes down. So basically you get your first 7 people are on your top line. And then you want to grow it seven ways. And this is not multi-level marketing. Just everyone be clear on that. If anyone ever says that, this is not multi-level marketing. I have not sold anything to anyone. They have not sold anything to me. This is the owner sharing her profit with us, because that's her agreement with Keller Williams International. Okay. So it goes across 7. And so in theory, if I had 7 people on my top line, and then let's say Danny was one of those, and then Danny brought someone in. So let's say she brought Raina in, and then let's say Raina brought someone in. So then it grows another level. It goes out again and keeps going down. So it's like a pyramid, right? Keeps going. And it's not a pyramid scheme either, but it's there. You have to make it easy. I have to give you some kind of idea of the schematic of it. It's how we grow our company. So back to K-score. I think there's going to be more opportunity for people to want to join, to take advantage of the free online licensing training that we are going to offer through a national company. We'll know more on November 1st. It actually starts on November 1st. So, and you know, I was in a meeting this morning at 8 o'clock, and people from all over the country were on there, and they're asking, well, we have 4 days, but you know, that's the way it works. Things have to be signed, and they're going to roll out the information, and it'll really be announced to the leadership on November 1st, but it is coming. And I wanted to announce it to you because I want you to know about it. You guys, like I said, and I've done this for years, even before we had K-Score, I would always tell people, try to work on your profit share. You meet people. Kim, where have you met people? You gave me a name. I reached out to him today. I was a little late. I'm sorry. It's just been hectic the last couple of weeks. But, you know, it's us calling them. Danny calls them. Any of people call them on your behalf and try to introduce them to what we have at Keller Williams. Melissa knew someone, Ashley Pradell. I mean, we all know people. It's just like when you go to a movie and you come back and you tell people how great that movie was, and then they go see it. Well, in this case, you're sharing Keller Williams. I encourage you to do it because so I retire in 10 years or whenever, I can still continue to receive these checks through profit share. Okay, they're not going away. So I know I'm in the grave, hopefully not for another 20, 30 years, but my kids can still continue to receive profit share. Okay, so this is something that can grow and grow and grow. So I really want you to know about it. There's YouTube videos on it. There's a site you can go to on Facebook. It's Aaron Kaufman. It's Kaufman, I believe. Google has, you know, put his name on the search bar. Subscribe to him. He comes to our office about once a year, before COVID at least, and he would talk about profit share. Very, very, this is his thing. This is what he does. He was a realtor, now he's profit share. There are people in our company that make more than $1 million a year on profit share. It is not a lie. And anyone can do this. It doesn't mean we're starting today and we'll never make $1 million. Maybe you could if you're purposeful about it. But you know, even if you made 5,000 extra a year, 5,000 extra a month, 5,000 extra, whatever, every 2 years. I mean, that's a nice little bonus. That's like Christmas, right? And you don't have to do it, but only 30% of the people in our company participate. So why not be part of that 30%, right? It's like a lottery.
We even have agents that pay for their cap off of the profit share. So that's just amazing. And I love the fact that it's willable. So that way, even afterwards, I'm leaving something behind for my daughter, a legacy. And I just love that.
It is. Some people have it in their trust. So you put it in your trust and that way it's still there and it's still alive. Some people I've watched videos, they've donated it to other families who are in need, and that supports those families. So it's the Keller Williams way. It's part of our culture if you choose to do things like that. But you know, it's something you really should investigate further. And Michele is going to be starting to have hopefully monthly kind of meetings on this. Attend those. Make sure you keep learning about it because it is something that you can participate in. Okay. Any other questions?
What was my question? The classes for the licensing, will they be in person? Are they scheduled specific times? Are they Zoom?
They're online. They're online just like all the other classes are.
Okay.
And it's at your own, you know, it's at their own
Independent.
time. Yeah, they can do it whenever.
Okay.
On demand.
Excellent. I got someone already.
Good. Yeah, so the way that'll be done is you'll have to notify myself or Michele right now. And then I think I am going to create a form though, so you can just go in and fill it out. And that way we have a tracking mechanism. I think that'll be the best way to do it. So stay tuned, that will happen. I'll let you know. Yes?
Will this be, will they have exam prep also?
So yes, so they will have, so the basic class itself is free, but there are going to be options that someone could pay into, and I think they would get it at a discount. So let's just say they want one of those online, I saw one, it's a live proctored, so I think that's kind of what you're talking about. They would pay a little extra, the individual would pay more for that. They can like buy up. But the initial classes, like if they paid executive programs or Allied or someone, is free. That part is free. It's a national company. I mean, this is such a cool idea that Keller Williams is doing. It's a great way to attract more people to our company. It really is a win-win for everyone. Kathy.
Is it the same one through Marcy Monday, or is it a different one?
It is not. And honestly, they haven't announced who the national
Okay.
company is. And that I expect that'll be in our Monday meeting that they'll announce it. I kind of have a suspicion who it is, but I'm not going to say because they've kept it under wraps. So yeah, Arthur, did you have a question? No. Okay. Okay. So let's see. There's one more person I'm waiting for. Let's see if she's here. Not here yet. Okay. So along with that, let me go to a couple other little quick things. I have been trying to forward information just in case you didn't see it. CVAR has a RPA class coming up on November 2nd. You do need to sign up with them. It's $65, so it's a little less than the one I was promoting before, only because that's the only one I knew of. But it's $65, and you can call 209. Someone want to put this in the chat for me, please? 209-858-1700 and pay the $65, and they'll send you a Zoom link. And that's CVAR. Thank you, Bailey. Also, if you're due and you haven't taken your code of ethics, it's due by the end of the year. And that is also through CVAR. So same phone number, please sign up. They'll drop your license if you have not taken code of ethics. Okay.
So what if we just got our license this year? Do we still need to take the code of ethics?
You should have taken it when you just got when you signed up for CVAR. Did you get information on that?
Well, I was kind of told, because I asked through the LAR, I was like, do I need to take this? And they were like, no, because you've already taken your code of ethics, I thought, like with like my licensing.
Yeah. So I know when you joined the association, they have you take some kind of ethics course within the first 30 days.
I didn't.
You didn't?
No.
Okay.
It's actually, they want you to do it in 15.
Oh.
You can actually
call them
go,
again.
you can go on and look to see if your code of ethics is due. You can go on to there and it will tell you when your code of ethics is due to be renewed by. So if it's not completed. Yeah.
Go on to where, Danny?
The DRE.
DRE website?
Yeah. Thank you, Danny. Okay, good. I thought it was 30. So thank you, Janae. 15 days. Okay. So everyone, make sure you take care of that. It is very important. Okay. I think it's like a 3-hour class, something like that.
It is.
I took it this year as well. I had to go to CVAR and take it because mine was due. So I went and did that. You guys, when you get those deadlines, always jump on it because we're all prone to procrastination and your license will just get dropped. So, and then you're without, and then you got to start over. So please always pay attention to those deadlines that when you get those notifications. Wanted to make sure you all remembered we have the KW Christmas party coming up and it's Friday, December 3rd. And it's at Wine and Roses. And let's see, $45 a person. And it's always a lot of fun. So if you are thinking about it, I'd sign up as soon as possible. You should go back to your emails and look because they will then open it up to affiliates. Affiliates like to come. That's like your pest companies or your home inspectors, because then they get to mingle with us, right? Networking, which is great, but there's only so many tickets they're going to sell. So make sure you get them before they open it to the affiliates, who then will eliminate your possibility of going. Okay. So I want to make sure you know about that. And they also, if you're inclined, they also have room rate, a block of rooms, I believe you could call if you choose to stay at Wine and Roses. So that's up to you. Another reminder, someone I spoke to the other day, he was at, I don't think he's on here today. He was at the business planning clinic when we were on it in the Manteca office last week. And he said, I wish I'd known some of this when I started because I paid for, he said he was paying a subscription to someone to get leads. And hopefully most of you have heard me say this before, but I always say, just say no. When someone calls you and wants to sell you leads for a price, just say no, especially if you just started. Someone like Jonathan has been with Keller Williams for a while now and has had clients and has gone to lots of training, and he knows how to answer those calls. He knows what to ask. But if you just started and then you get that 800 number or 888 number call and they say, hey, for $250 a month, we're going to sell you leads and you're going to become the cat's meow of realtors. Say no, because you do not know how to answer those calls or screen those people. Thank you, John. Still say no. I love that. And we also have cheaper ways of getting leads, and that's through either our leads program, which you can just do a little bit of work and get some, or through our campaigns, which you can pay just a little bit of money and get some, but not 250 or more a month. I actually had one come across my text messages yesterday for $10 leads. I thought, yeah, right. I deleted it. It might have sounded good, but I know in fact, in theory, there's probably like a lot of little small print somewhere in there. So I didn't even want to pay attention. But you guys, I can put $10 out and get leads on campaigns now. And Arthur is, as all of you know, Arthur's been doing a lot of great promoting about his tech training. Reach out to Arthur if you haven't, and he can show you exactly what I'm talking about. So take advantage of that. Or to get leads, you have to submit to one of your success coaches, either your listing presentation, your buyer's guide, and start participating in scripts. Very, very important. Which now leads me to another thing. So last Thursday, many of you know we have what's called our Twilight Sessions. Those are for any of us, for any of you, and in fact, it's open to the whole company. Any of you to participate in. Danny is usually the moderator for that. She leads these classes. It's from 6 to 7 on Thursday evenings. So last week, Danny didn't have anyone there. We get lots, and I know it's a busy week with business planning, but it's an opportunity. We created this for people to participate in the evenings, mostly for people who may not be on this call because they're at work right now, but it's for everyone. And she was getting pretty good participation. But we don't want Danny to waste her time, because that's not fair to Danny. 6 to 7, she could be having dinner. She could be, doing all kinds of things. And not just sitting on a Zoom call by herself or in the Manteca office by herself. So in the future, actually, I want to do a quick poll. So you guys, y'all know how to do the chat. I want you to go onto the chat, and I want you to say if you would consider participating in these. Because if we don't have a good participation level for this, then maybe we're going to discontinue it and let Danny do something better with her time. So please, I want all of you, I'm watching for this. Please let me know if you plan to participate in the future. Our plan right now is to continue these until the week before. It's the 17th. No, I'm sorry, the 18th, the week before Thanksgiving. We won't have them on Thanksgiving. But we're going to see how the participation is for the next 3 weeks going forward, because we need to make this a win-win for everyone. Danny works really hard to prepare for these classes, and it was very disappointing that no one showed up. So
For the Twilight Sessions? Is that what we're talking about?
Yes, we're talking about the Twilight Sessions.
Yeah,
So,
I'm sorry. I missed last week. I was busy, but yes,
yeah, I know things happen, but I think the other thing we're going to implement is we're going to have you register in advance. So that way she has an idea of who's going to be participating. So it will be on the Zoom link when it goes out to register for the class. And then, if she doesn't get anyone by, I don't know, 4, 3, what time, Danny? Do you want to put a time in there? Are you still here?
No, I'm still here. Yeah.
I can't see everyone.
So I would say that if we don't have a good, turnout by 6:10, the ones that do show up, as you guys always know, I pour into you. When you're all in, I'm all in. And the ones that do show up, I will definitely pour into you guys. But if we're not having the turnout, this is something that you guys wanted yourselves. And last week we had affiliates. I had a lender and I had an old warranty person, old home warranty protection on there. So they were a little disappointed when we didn't have a turnout on that. And so we want to just make sure when I bring in affiliates and when we have this value that will be there. But I would say that if we're having a short turnout by 6:10, then I'm going to call it. Because I could be working on my business or having dinner with my family, just like you guys could. So as you guys know, I am always here for you. I am all in. I just need you guys to be all in.
Yeah.
I have a question. When you send out the link for the registration, do you have like a different topic each week that you cover?
Every
Can
week
you tell
is a
that what it
different
is?
topic.
Because sometimes I'd like to maybe submit some questions.
Yeah, Kathy, that's a great one. In fact, you're more than welcome to, the topics always kind of change depending on what is happening that week, right? If there's something that the market center feels we need to focus on, then I may, pivot and shift in a different direction. But if you're able to email me your questions prior to, I will be more than happy to dive into those.
Okay.
Absolutely. But if you can email to me at least by the day before, by Wednesday before, and if it's
Okay.
something that I will keep a log on, because, I'm totally invested in you guys. I'm here to help you. And the more you guys pour into it, and the more that this is interactive, it's not me just talking to a computer, to a camera for an hour, because y'all don't want to see my face for an hour. I love for it to be interactive. I love the questions, because we're going to get more out of each other. We're going to learn more from our own experiences. And even though I have plenty of experiences, I haven't experienced everything out there. And so we learn more from one another. So these classes are really for us to get together and discuss our struggles and our successes, so that way we can build off of it. And so, yeah, you guys, you all have my phone number. You can send me texts, you can send me emails. And if there's things that you guys are like, Danny, we haven't touched on this, or I'd really like to dive in more on this, please do them to me. And I will be more than happy to pivot and shift. I call it shifting.
Well, that's great, because the more I use like Command and Kelly and KW apps, the more questions I have. So
Yeah,
I'm sure other people
so
do
Arthur, and keep in mind, Kathy, is that's why we have Arthur. Arthur is going to be our tech trainer. So he has launched out this new tech night, Tuesday nights, and everything that he's doing. But mine is more of the foundational of your business and working with clients, because as new agents, sometimes, Beth is helping you with the scripts of that's going through, but there's other times where we have hurdles as far as transactions, or, going over disclosures properly, those type of things. So those are where I dive in, is to what,
That's
is the foundation of your business, where versus Arthur, you guys know my saying, stay in your lane. So Arthur's the tech, I'm the real estate.
Yeah. So that's an opportunity. We all just found out Arthur's doing that also on Tuesdays, I believe. So that's something, look, check the Facebook, and maybe Arthur, you can put that in the chat, because I need to finish up a couple more things before we end. But I did want to make, let me just double check that this is going to go for Beth on script practice as well, you guys. So after this meeting, we always have script practice. So please stay on. Beth is here for you for a half an hour. But it is also available on Thursdays at 2:00. And Beth doesn't want to sit on a screen by herself for an hour. It's like being at an open house all for 3 hours and all alone, right? Think about it. It's almost worse when you're just sitting looking at a screen. Trust me. So let's be respectful of the people that are trying to help you grow your business, their time, because it is important. We're here. We've tried to develop these programs and these different add-ons for you, so for your benefit. But we need to make it so that we need to have participation, because if there isn't participation and we start being able to poll that, then we're going to cancel some of these other add-ons, because it's a waste of Beth's time. It's a waste of Danny's time. And we're here for you. Along with that, I now get to segue into my little announcement. So as you all, most of you know, we have been growing and growing leaps and bounds in this productivity coaching program. And as you all know, I just talked to you about the licensing. I expect, and the resignation thing that's going, the Great Resignation. I anticipate we're going to continue to keep growing. So please be patient with us, but we are trying to make this so that we can be as responsive and helpful to all of you as possible. And so I am happy to announce we now have another success coach for our Stockton office. And so this is for the Stockton agents. If your business office is Stockton, this is who your go-to person is going forward. And that is going to be Beth Logue. So I'm really happy to.
Right.
Yay. So Beth is, as you all know, if you've been in script, Beth is great. Beth and I have been working together for a long time, and Beth came from another company, and she came through this program as well. And I'm really proud to have her join our team. So she will be here for you. Beth, if you could maybe just so everyone make sure they have it, your email and phone number on there. You will have to set appointments with her. Please. Beth also is a working realtor, just like Danny is, just like Krista is, just like Renee is, and just like I am. We're all realtors. So we do this. We have so many hours that we block out to help you all. And so you need to set appointments with people. And if you call us, we will get back to you just as soon as we can, but we might be with a client, or we might be I might be hiring another new agent, or I could be in a, God forbid, training, because we have a lot of that in this company. So in fact, the last 2 days, I've probably spent 10 hours on Zoom calls. So, it's that time of year. As you know, we had business planning last week. Well, as a company, the leadership has a lot of other training that we have to participate in. So please be patient, but we will get back to you. Anyway, Beth, thank you. Do you want to say something?
No, I'm just really excited, guys, and I'm just here to help. So I want to provide as much value as possible. So please give me feedback if there's something I can do better. And I look forward to working with you. I do see that Audrey's hand has been raised for a long time. Did you know your hand was raised, Audrey?
Yeah.
Yeah, I forgot what I was going to ask now.
Sorry, Audrey. I thought you were agreeing to something. I'm sorry.
No. You know what? I was going, I think it was back with the Twilight class. I have a hard time, and it's probably, I know it's me and my Wi-Fi connection, but finding the correct links to get into the proper class on time. So if we have something that's coming, I mean, if we could register, I think I probably like that the best. Maybe for me, that would work the best, to be able to register and get the approval back. Okay, you've been in, here's the link. I've had emails
that's a
bounce
great
back
point
like
you brought up. So we used to have register. So I won't do that in the Wednesday morning, because I honestly, I would have 10 texts while I'm teaching the class. We're talking,
Right.
And I can't respond to a text while I'm talking. But for the evening session, we are going to do pre-register.
Okay.
And Ben, I don't know if you want to do that on Thursdays, but again, on the Wednesday, we won't do pre-register for scripts because it's immediately following the meeting.
Right.
I know Arthur, I saw he put that out on the sessions. He's going to be having pre-register.
So maybe Arthur, can you put that together for the Twilight session for me?
Absolutely.
Go to my tech guy.
Well, and the reason
we
that I
See, there's one right
made
there.
the
You just did
registration
it.
for book club, because we're going to be providing the books, if you don't already have them, for everyone that registers for the class. So I needed an actual count of who's going to participate so I can know how many books I need.
All right, thank you. I feel like there was one other quick thing. Oh, boot camp. There is a boot camp coming up. I just set the date, November 18th and November 19th. So anyone who has not been to boot camp, please put that on your calendars. It's a Thursday, Friday, be from 8:30 to 12:30, November 18th and November 19th. A notice will be going out on Facebook and email soon. I haven't even told the Dofi yet, but that is coming. And I've heard people ask about the videos and stuff, web recordings. So going forward, Twilight recordings will only be sent out to people who register. Okay, we're not just going to, Danny's not going to be there so that people can say, well, I'll go back and watch the recording later. That's not going to work. That is not fair.
Right.
So if if you register with the intent of attending, and maybe something happens and you can't attend, then you will have the benefit of getting the video, the recording. If you do not register because you never thought about it and you thought, well, I'll just go back and do that, and Danny sits there alone for the whole evening, then you're not going to get the recording. Okay. We have to be respectful of our time as well. And I hope you all understand that. And then a lot of our recordings will now be going, because it was too long to upload them to a Google Drive, which is what we are trying to do. And so we're trying to now get them on Michelle's YouTube channel, which you may want to go to YouTube and subscribe to. I haven't checked to see if they've all been uploaded yet, but I did give permission to have some of those uploaded, I think on Thursday or Friday. So hopefully that's that's happening right now. And you guys, next week our meeting is on, actually that's wrong. On the 10th, we're going to be live and in person in the Manteca office. There's going to be a speaker. I'm going to have our regular meeting for the first half hour. The second half hour, we're having someone from New York Live come and just talk about different programs. And so we're going to do that live, and they're going to bring food as well. So if you want lunch on that day, you can come and listen and, be part of the meeting, and that would be great. We are going to be I haven't started the hybrid again yet, but I'm getting there. I've been in the Manteca office a lot lately, so I'm getting myself used to being a person back in the office. But I might move that. I might do it in the meetings in Manteca, maybe sometimes in Stockton, go back and forth, but I'm not sure when that'll happen. It may not be until after the holidays, because it's going to get, people will start drifting off due to holiday. We will continue to have our meetings until we won't have one. If you want to pencil it in, we will not have one on the 24th of November because that's the Wednesday before Thanksgiving. I have experience. People will not show up and I probably don't want to be here either. So November 24th, you can pencil it. We do not have a PC meeting. And then probably that week of Christmas, we will not have one either. In fact, I can tell you already, let's see, the 21st and the 28th of December, we will not have PC meetings. So that's December 22nd and December 29th, no PC meetings. Those are the Wednesdays. Okay, so if you want to pencil those in. And what did I just do? I'm planning my vacation for the rest of the year. Good idea, right? In business planning, you want to set up when you're going to be off, because then you can work towards that. And in my experience, when I put something on my calendar and I say I'm going to be off, my workload ramps up until that day. It's crazy, but it's consistent. It always happens. So plan some days off, plan some vacation time, and it may help your business for some reason get that little kick in the butt. But it's just something I've experienced over the years. And I know my time is up, so I'm gonna probably now, let's see, give this to you, Beth. Let's see.
We do have two hands. We've got Melissa's hand raised and
Thank
Bailey's
you.
hand raised.
Well, I didn't know if Danny was still on. Oh, yep, she is. Danny, on the DRE to check for if I'm due for my code of ethics, where do you go for that? Like, I'm on the website, but I don't know where to go. Would that be under like licensees?
Yeah, I'd have to play with it, but
Okay.
if you want to put your email inside the chat, then I'll take a few moments real quick and see where I found that. And
Okay.
then be able to, because I had to go on there and check myself because I was like, when's mine due? And
I'll
so
go
I
ahead
remember
and-
finding it there somewhere.
I'll just send you a quick email and then
Perfect.
I appreciate that a lot. Thank you.
No problem.
Okay, and
Melissa?
another one.
My question was just about attending some of the Zoom meetings. If I go on the internet at the calendar and pick one of the meetings I'd like to attend, sometime, like a couple times I tried to, and it's just like waiting to enter, letting host to enter. It was like right about at the start time, and I don't know if it was a bad link or maybe it was something I was supposed to register for but didn't.
So
But it happened a few times to me.
So
And
it
I
happens to me
waited
too.
like
Yeah.
15 minutes and I'm like, okay, I don't think it's gonna happen.
So the best thing I think you can do on that, Melissa, because if it's like a national class, then you might need to, well, actually this happened the other day, I think, when Michelle's class on Monday, was it
All
the
of
Monday
us.
class?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what happened that day, but the links were all
Yeah.
wrong. And then they sent out another email like 8 minutes in saying, here's the real link. So I
Okay.
apologize, but that's weird. We were playing with what we had. That doesn't happen too often, but it did happen on Monday. So if that's when you experienced it.
Yeah, it was similar to that. And then I got the new link and I was able to join. Those
Yeah.
other two, I looked back for like an email or something, but I didn't see any updated links. So I just,
Yeah, I don't know, because Zepha, so Zepha is our DOFI, and that means Director of First Impressions. I always think that is the weirdest thing, but Director of First Impressions, DOFI. That's Zepha, and she does a lot of that in our Stockton office, but in the Stockton Market Center, at least, she sends out like a kind of a daily thing where you can just click on a link. So, it could be
Oh, mine
human error,
is.
something got input wrong, but
okay.
if
I'll
there is
keep
a question,
trying.
maybe call Zepha. That's at the 323-2125 number at the Stockton office.
Okay. Thank
Um,
you.
But yeah, any other questions real quick? Nope. Okay, you guys, it was so nice to see all of you. And, start thinking about who, or if you've talked to people about real estate, get those names to us. I will work on a form today and I'll email that out. And there was some other thing about it. Oh, one more thing, Beth, sorry. We are also, once you have a transaction, we are going to start sending out another form to you. And what is it called? Remind me, girls, I forgot now. What is it?
Something about your coach.
A feedback form. That's what it is. I can't remember. What it is. But let's say you just finished a transaction. We're going to send out a form to you asking you how we did. So we can get feedback on our help to you and on your transaction coordinator, that kind of thing. So you'll start seeing that. We just created it, but just kind of to get information. And I'm sorry, I can't remember the name of the form off the top of my head, but it will be coming to you. And so Beth, I'm going to hand it over to you.
Okay, sounds good. Thank you, Barb.
Thanks. Bye now.
All right, guys, how are you today?
Good, how are you?
Good.
Great. So we did get a
Mhm.
request to do Facebook lead list, and I just didn't get a chance to put one together. So that's what we'll be doing next week. This week, Barbara asked me to go ahead and just do LP Mama again, and it didn't go out, I don't believe, in the email. You give me a quick second, I will attach that to her in a meeting invite email from today. And then we can get going and split up. Because otherwise all of us will have to sit here on the same screen so we wouldn't get very much done. It's fun trying to do this though. When I have the Zoom, I'm moving you guys, all your faces around back and forth. All right, here we go. Reply to all. Okay, I'm sending that now, linking it to Barbara's invite email. So if you guys go to your emails, you should have it. And I guess I will break us into portals. I can get this to go back to where we want it.
Okay, wait. I don't have.
All right,
There it
get it.
is. Okay, perfect.
Oh, there, no.
Good. Okay, got it.
Okay. And I can't see how many there are here, so I'm just gonna do 5 breakout rooms, but if that's too many, I will reassign people. So give me just a second and you should start getting your invites. Bailey, John, Deborah, you should have an invite to go to a breakout room. Bailey and Deborah, are you staying on? Or should I move Audrey? I'm gonna move Audrey to room 1. Deborah, room 3. 4. To room 4. Okay. There she goes. Good job. Okay. Hey, Janice, you made it back and you're muted. You're muted. I can't hear you, but that looked like a good stretch.
I know, everybody. Ow, ow, ow.
Well, I don't know if any, oh, there we go. There's some coming back. Hey, Kathy.
Yay. Wow,
Dawn and
there was
Audrey.
quite a few today.
Yeah. So I think everybody's back that's going to come back from the breakout rooms probably. So I just want to let you guys know tomorrow, those of you that do get on my 2 p.m., I'm not going to have it tomorrow. I found out, or I noticed last minute, I scheduled another appointment during that time. So we'll resume next week. I'm also thinking about pushing that back to Thursday nights at like 5:30. So it's that half an hour before Danny's appointment. What do you guys think of that? Would that be better for you or not?
I think it's a great idea, you know, for me anyway.
Okay, because I'm only getting like 1 or 2 people on. Usually it's on the 2 o'clock session. So, you know, they don't want to pay me for that. But yeah, if that's a good idea, we might try it. And Audrey, everybody's muted again. So we might try it. If not, I mean, I don't mind being on here by myself. I just want to make sure it's worth you guys' while.
Okay.
Right. I think that would work really well for me. It
What
would.
time did you suggest? I didn't hear it. Thursday?
Thursdays at 5:30, so it could just roll
Okay.
from our scripts into Danny's meeting.
Mhm.
So I might change my link and just hop on Danny's, so you guys are already on with her when
Mhm.
she's ready to start.
Mhm. Okay.
But that way it's not like another thing to break up your day on Thursday. Like you got to get on at 2 and then you got to get back on at 6 and who knows what other
Mhm.
meetings we have.
Mhm.
So
That's a
Right.
good idea.
just an idea
Okay.
I've kind of been playing with. So,
Okay.
all right, if
Yeah.
if that works for you guys, I'll talk to Danny about it and see if she's okay with that, and we'll figure out how that's going to work and get that sent out before next week.
Great.
Okay. That'd be
Thank
good.
you.
That'd be great.
Okay.
Okay. Okay.
And then
All right.
yeah,
Okay.
next week I think we're gonna do a responding to Facebook leads script.
Okay.
For John's
Sounds
request.
good. Yes.
And maybe we'll just do like a responding to any kind of leads, like you got a phone lead, you know, whatever. So we might do a couple different scripts. We'll see, but I've got to type them up and actually write them myself. So I'll get on that this week.
Okay,
Okay.
great.
Okay.
Send them
Thank
to
you.
us after.
Thank you.
You'll send
What's
them,
that?
Thank you.
Somebody said something after?
you'll send us the scripts once you get them typed up.
Yeah, I'll probably send them out this weekend.
Okay, perfect.
All right,
Thank you,
guys.
Beth.
Thank you.
Thank you so much
Thank
for your
you.
All right.
time.
Thank you.
Bye,
Congratulations.
guys.
Okay.
Yeah,
Thank you.
congratulations, Beth.
All right,
Congratulations.
thanks guys. Have a great day.
Okay,
Bye-bye.
bye-bye.